Hello, everyone. Nicole Vincent here. Thank you for joining us for our weekly webinar where we are learning about different essential oils and other wellness products from doTERRA. I'm so excited that you are joining us today and taking a few minutes out of your day to spend with me. I hope to honor your time and give you some great information that you can use in your journey of health and wellness. So we're going to be talking about 3 powerful oils today that I love, and really powerful is a great word to describe them. And so let's dive into these oils because there's so much to share, and I hope that this will really enrich your essential oil knowledge and help you know how to use these essential oils better. So the first oil we are talking about today is Clary sage. This is an oil that when I first was introduced to oils, it was not one of my favorite scents. It still isn't one of my favorite scents, but it definitely smells better to me now than it used to. But this is an oil that is distilled from the flower of the plant. It is grown in the United States, and it's a tricky and sneaky little oil, and has a lot of unexpected benefits that really it always surprises me where this oil shows up for in different needs. Historically, Clary sage is really associated with the female hormone system, and especially with those of us that are in our menstruating phase of life. This is a great oil that really helps soothe that system, helps with cramping, helps with PMS symptoms. It also helps in menopause, perimenopause, to help ease and balance those hormones so that those transitions are a little less painful and irritating. But this oil it's such a great oil to help balance hormones in general. And so apply it over the lower abdomen. You can even put it in a roller bottle. Some people, I know we've talked about Clary Calm a couple weeks ago. Clary sage is the straight oil. It is the primary oil in Clary Calm. Clary Calm has a lot of other oils in the blend, but Clary sage by itself sometimes is what people need. So if you've tried Clary Calm and it just didn't do it for you, you might add additional Clary sage and layer that before you apply your Clary Calm, especially over the abdomen and over the reflex points for your uterus or your ovaries. This is a great oil for your hair health. You put it in your shampoo. It really can help restore health to your hair, to those hair follicles, and it just helps really revitalize them and helps all that work out well and look fabulous. And, oh, sorry, I clicked too early. Hold on. Back. Sorry, trying to get stuff ready for getting the right settings on the thing, and it goes a little crazy. Sorry about that. So Clary sage is very stress relieving as well. So if we look over here at our chemistry chart, it has more than half of the chemical constituents of this oil are esters. And esters are known for being very, very, very calming. And so that's what Clary sage can be so great at, just helping you chill out. So this is a great oil if you're feeling anxious or stressed. This oil can really help just calm your body down, calm your mind down, just help you feel a lot better. It also has a lot of monoterpene alcohols, which again, very calming to the system and just very soothing and hormone balancing as well. So other ways that Clary sage can be used for, this can be it's also a great one for cholesterol reducing. So I know we've heard of lemongrass to help reduce cholesterol and to help balance cholesterol. Clary sage is another oil that can be very beneficial for that balancing and helping you get those great numbers and balances in your cholesterol readings. So if you're going to be using it for that, I would recommend doing probably about 1 to 2 drops daily, twice a day if you can handle it, in a capsule. You can even combine it with the lemongrass to help with those cholesterol reduction. This really helps with its infection as well. So if you need a little bit of immune boosting, you can combine this with your oregano. You can combine it with On Guard to help boost infections, especially if they are connected to any of our hormone systems. Whether you're male or female, this can help with your hormones. It does help with impotence. So if there is a man that is struggling with some ED, the best way to apply this is going to be on the reflex points and for the prostate. And that's going to be on the inside of right below the ankle bone on both feet. And so applying it there is going to help with impotence. It helps with that erectile dysfunction. It's not going to be apply it once and you're good to go. This is something that you want to apply on a regular basis. I would say every day. And if you are hoping to get lucky that day, maybe a little bit extra. But really, I've had several customers that have used it for ED and have had great results. So this can be a great oil for that. I know we typically associate this with women's hormones, but this really helps with men's hormone health as well. So please keep this in mind for any hormone balancing, both male and female. Other things that this can help with, women, if you are a nursing mama, this can actually help stimulate milk production and help you have a little bit more increased supply. This is also a great oil to help with Parkinson's disease, as it helps with the hormones and it helps with our nervous system. And so I would recommend, if you want to use it for that, applying it along the spine, either the back neck, or you can make a roller bottle and have somebody roll it up and down your spine on a daily basis to help with those struggles that come with Parkinson's. So this is just a great oil. You can use this oil all three ways: internally, topically, or in the diffuser. And it really is a pretty gentle oil. You don't always need to dilute it. But again, I recommend dilution in general. So it's going to help it last longer and acts as a time release when we use that fractionated coconut oil or another carrier oil. Oh, wrong. There we go. So emotionally, Clary Sage is the oil of clarity and vision. This helps us change perception. So if you're really struggling to see something from another perspective, this is a great oil to use. It really gives you courage to see the truth. Sometimes we like to lie to ourselves or tell ourselves a specific story, and we know we need to change that, but we don't know how. This is a great oil to do this. It really helps dispel darkness and illusion. So maybe we have just started believing the lies we've told ourselves, or maybe we believe the lies that our parents or other people in our past have told to us. And so this helps dispel that and shed light on that so that it can be dispelled. It encourages people to remain open to new ideas and perspectives. It really helps open your creative channels. So if you've been struggling with being creative and you're just in the rut, maybe you're just in the monotony of day in, day out, every day looks the same, you're living a Groundhog Day existence, this can be a great oil to really help get in touch with those creative juices, because creativity brings joy, and it's so important to create on a daily basis. And creation doesn't have to be, a work of art or something huge and masterful. It can totally be that, but it can be something small, like creating a peaceful space. Maybe you clear off your desk. Maybe you create a nice meal for yourself or your family. Maybe you create a note of encouragement for a friend, but something. We're creative beings. We need to be creative. So if you feel that is lacking in your life, this can be a great oil to help with that. It teaches you how to use your divinely given gifts and helps you clarify your spiritual vision of what you want your life to spiritually look like as well. Now, for Clary Sage, usually when I'm talking about the emotional properties of oil, I encourage you to breathe them in. And again, this is another one you can breathe in. But I really encourage you to put this here right between your eyebrows. This is your third eye chakra. And this helps open up perspective, helps open up vision, and that's an energy center that just helps open everything up. And when you put Clary Sage there, it is amazing how fast and how clear new ideas and new perspectives and perceptions can come into your life. So I love Clary Sage for that purpose. Excuse me, our next oil is Clove. And this is an oil that I don't think we always reach for, because it definitely is a very strong scent. If you smell clove, you're like, yep, that's clove. And I remember the first time I smelled it, I'm like, where have I smelled that before? And then I saw a picture, I Googled what clove looked like, and I was like, oh, that's what my grandma used to put like in hams and stuff over Thanksgiving and Christmas. And that's what we see clove a lot in it. It's distilled from the bud, and it is grown in Madagascar. Now, this is a very hot oil. We want to always dilute clove when we are using it. This is one that we can use topically, internally, or in the diffuser. And again, if you're going to be using it, dilute it because it is very hot. Now, the great thing about clove that it's known for in most circles is its numbing properties. It has a very strong analgesic effect or pain relieving effect and creates a numbing sensation. So you'll see and hear of clove a lot, especially in oral health. If you've got a sore tooth or you've got maybe a canker sore or just some kind of mouth pain, clove is fabulous for that. This can be used on teething babies, but you want to very, 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 very highly dilute it. And then you can test it on yourself first. If it's hot for you, it's going to be hot for the baby. So just really dilute it down, maybe 1 drop to a tablespoon of coconut oil. You might need to do it even more, but actually with that, mix that together, drop your finger in, put it on your tongue or on your gum and see how, if it's too hot. And then you can always add more coconut oil if need be. But this is a great oil for teething or just for any kind of oral pain. I would recommend, again, put it with the coconut oil. Don't put the straight clove into your mouth. It's very, very strong. It will not be damaging, but it is not going to feel good at first. It will go away, and then you have that nice numbing sensation that releases that pain and gives you a break from that. Now, because of the way that the mouth is, it metabolizes things quickly, so you probably will need to reapply fairly often, but it really does add a lot of release from discomfort when you do have those oral pains. And it's also anti-infectious, so that helps fight off infection. It is one of the highest antioxidant oils, and so that's one of the reasons that this is found in the Zeomega, which is the little red capsules in the Lifelong Vitality Pack, because it has such a high antioxidant count. And antioxidants are so important to help our body remove toxins and free radicals within our body so that our cells can be as healthy and vital as possible. So this also is fabulous. Clove is great for our cardiovascular health. It just helps everything move freely and smoothly within our cardiovascular system. And it is also a natural insect repellent. Now, this wouldn't be my first one to go to, but this would be a great one to diffuse. Maybe you're having a lot of flies in your area or you're going to have a picnic. This might be a great one to diffuse along with some TerraShield to help repel insects. Now, clove is also a great one for physical pain as well. Not just in your oral arena. So a sore muscle, sore joint, dilute it and combine it with some deep blue or some past tense. And you'd be surprised how much this can help benefit and reduce that pain. So because of its high phenol content, that's why we get the pain relieving properties. That's why we get the anti-infectious, antimicrobial properties as well. So again, just remember, dilute this one. It's a great oil to use, but just be careful and be sparingly. And of course you can cook with this one. Again, do the toothpick method. A little bit goes a long way. The next oil is, we're still on clove, emotional properties. So this is the oil of boundaries. I love clove for its emotional properties. This is honestly where I typically use clove the most because it really just creates these energetic boundaries, especially for those that have a problem with saying no. How many of us have trouble with saying the word no as people ask us for things or to do things? This oil really helps you stand up for yourself. It helps you be proactive and feel capable in making your own decisions and, not necessarily being a people pleaser. It helps you let go of self-betrayal. So maybe you say no, or maybe you're saying yes to things because you want people to like you, you want people to accept you. This helps you, clove helps you say no, regardless of their opinions, regardless of how they might perceive you. Energetically, if you tend to take on other people's emotions, this can be a great oil to help create those energetic boundaries that help you from taking on other people's energy and emotions around you. So if you typically find yourself in victim mode or feeling defeated or dominated or feeling like that mat that people just walk all over, clove is the oil for you. For using this oil emotionally, I would recommend diluting it and then putting it over your solar plexus, which is an energy center or chakra right here underneath the sternum, right where it meets your soft stomach area. That is your solar plexus. That is your center of how we typically connect with the outside world. And so putting some clove there really helps keep that negativity away and helps you have the strength to say no and to speak your own truth. So now we're going to talk about Copaiba. Now this is a newer oil that doTERRA came out with just a couple of years ago. And I love this oil. It is an oil I use every day. And it's a great oil. Now, one thing about Copaiba is that it's one that kind of builds upon itself, right? So taking it once is great, but the longer you take it, the more benefits you're going to see and feel. So Copaiba comes in the oil. It also comes in soft gel form, which is the way that I use it because it makes it super convenient and easy to use. And that way I can get my Copaiba daily without having to open the thing and put it in a capsule or put it under my tongue. But Copaiba is steam distilled from a resin that is from different Copaiba trees in Brazil. As you can see on this slide, we've got 4 different species of the Copaiba tree that are used in this. So we have nice, diverse chemistry. Now, I don't have the individual makeup of each of the chemical compounds, but it is up to 90% sesquiterpenes. And when we have a lot of sesquiterpenes, we know that that's going to be phenomenal for our nervous system. And we know that it's going to be a natural time-release oil. We know that it's going to have these larger molecules, that it's going to take our body a little longer to process, and it's going to stay with us a little bit longer, and it's going to be a little bit slower acting. It's not going to be as, speeding in as a monoterpene compound. The sesquiterpene compounds are going to be slower and more of that time-release action to help draw out the effects of the oil, which is fabulous, and that's what we love Copaiba for. Now, I love Copaiba's scent is very, very mild. When I first opened it, I'm like, I don't really smell anything, and I'm like, and then it's kind of this woodsy, mulchy type scent, and it's not, to me, it's not overbearing or domineering. It's a very subtle scent, and I really enjoy it. So it's got a lot of antioxidant properties, and it has a lot of calming properties, and very calming for the nervous system, very calming for our inflammation response, very calming for our pain response. And so it just really helps everything just take a chill pill. Like, I literally think Copaiba soft gels are chill pills. That's how we use them in our house on a regular basis, because I've got a couple kids with anxiety, and Copaiba is what we grab. We grab a Copaiba soft gel and a Serenity soft gel, and those two together, it is like Zen time. It's nice. It helps them calm down. It helps them feel better. And it's an amazing combination. So I want to touch a little bit. We're not going to get super deep into it, but I know right now there's a lot of buzz around Copaiba and CBD oil. And I probably should do a separate webinar just on this topic, because I think that there's a lot of misunderstandings and a lot of things that we can learn and grow and understand. Because when we have knowledge, we have power, right? And when we have more knowledge, we can share that with other people and help other people understand and make more educated decisions. And I'm going to actually stop sharing for a second, just because I don't have slides for this. But hopefully this will help shed a little bit of light on the Copaiba versus CBD. Now, I'm like, okay, what's a 5-minute version to do this? But Copaiba and CBD CBD oil is it's sourced from cannabis or hemp, the hemp plant, and it really is all the rage. They have it in everything from mascara to dog treats to face creams to just the straight oil. And there's a ton of different milligrams and dosage. Like, there's no regulation on the CBD oil. And so when third-party testing goes in and tests the CBD oil, some CBD oil is great. It says exactly what it is on the label, but most is not what it says on the label. Some don't even have the actual compounds in it. And so you're really taking a lot of risk when you are using CBD oil. Now, I don't want to discount CBD oil. I've seen benefits of CBD oil in my life and in the lives of others around me. And so I know that it does have some relevance, but having a reliable source is really, really tricky. And so that's one reason that doTERRA will not carry CBD oil, is because it doesn't meet doTERRA standards. It doesn't meet that purity and potency standards. And so that's why you probably will never see doTERRA, at least for the foreseeable future, carry CBD oil. So we're not going to, but there is relevance and there is benefits there, but there's quite a few risks as well. So just keep that in mind. Not even mentioning the THC factor, which THC is the compound in marijuana that makes you high, and it has the psychedelic effects on the brain. Now, when doTERRA tested, I think, over 100 different brands of CBD oil, all of them claim to have 0 THC. Not one of them was THC free. All of them at least had a trace of THC in it. And so if you are in a profession where you do get drug tested, you are taking a risk that might show up on a drug test. So that is a risk that comes along with CBD oil usage. Now, why would Copaiba be a good substitute for that? Number one, we can screen it and we can know the quality, right? We can meet that certified pure therapeutic grade standard that doTERRA holds. And that is a standard for purity and potency. And so you know exactly what you're getting in that bottle of Copaiba. You know exactly what it is, and you know exactly what is in that bottle, which for me, that's a lot of peace of mind, right? Second is it actually has more CB2 receptors than CBD oil. And in layman's terms, what that means is that it can have direct and indirect interaction with our different receptors on our cells that affect our endocannabinoid system. And what that does is and like I said, it works best over time. But what it does is it helps reduce pain. It helps reduce anxious feelings. It helps reduce stress. It helps just reduce a lot of things and increase a lot of positive reactions as well within the body that help bring balance within the body. So as we are using it, either under the tongue or in a capsule or topically, we're going to have added benefits. So I will look at putting together all the things that I've learned from Dr. Hill and Dr. O at doTERRA about CBD versus Copaiba and the differences there, and to help you understand and make a better educated choice for yourself and for those that you are sharing with. But in general, that Copaiba is going to be a safer and a lot of times a more effective option for managing and helping reduce pain, helping reduce anxious feelings, helping to support your cellular health and feel more stable, clarity of thought, things like that. So hopefully that's helped a little bit. I know that's just like a little bit of a little blurb, but I want to honor everybody's time, and we'll have a separate webinar for that in the future. So watch for that. Okay, let's get back to Copaiba's emotional benefits, because Copaiba emotionally is a great, great oil. It is the oil of unveiling. Now, when I think of unveiling, think of like a bride and she's veiled, right? And then you lift and you see what's underneath. Now, in movies, right, sometimes like the groom is tricked and he lifts the veil and you're like, oh, that was a surprise. That's not what I was expecting, right? And sometimes when we're doing emotional work, sometimes that happens. Sometimes we have that, oh, I probably should look at that. Or sometimes we might throw the cloth over something that happened in the past or that we did in the past that created pain or hurt that we didn't want to look at. We still don't want to look at, but we're never fully going to heal emotionally and physically until we unveil those painful parts of our past. And so that's what Copaiba helps us do. It helps us connect with our past and unveil those deeper meanings and messages that continually show up, right? We keep getting the lesson over and over and over again until we understand and we learn and we progress, right? So this helps you see those patterns. It helps you see those messages that God might be trying to send you, those lessons that he's trying to teach you. It helps you become aware of who you really are, your true divine identity. and without all the yucky and inaccurate messages that we have received throughout our lives. And it just really helps you get to the bottom of who you truly are. And it really helps you restore things and unveil things that and unravel things that inhibit you from progressing emotionally and spiritually. So it really helps you also go to your divine source. For me, that's God, whatever that looks like for you, but it helps you go to your divine source for clarity, redefinition of self, and healing, because that's where ultimate healing comes from. We are not doing the healing. The oils are not doing the healing. Our divine source is doing the healing. And this is just a powerful oil to work through this. So if you are having that emotional waking up, maybe you're like, oh, I've got a lot of baggage I need to unpack. This is a great oil to help you unpack that baggage, along with some kind of coach, mentor, healer that can help you and guide you through that process. So I love Copaiba. It helps you feel worthy. It helps you feel self-aware, gain clarity, forgive yourself and others, redefine yourself to your true self, and helps you have a purposeful existence. So I love this oil for so many reasons. I take it twice a day, every day, and it really helps me feel balanced emotionally and balanced mentally, and helps me stay balanced spiritually as well. So I love Copaiba for so many reasons. So thank you so much, guys, for connecting with me today and spending a few minutes out of your time with me. Hopefully this has been helpful and educational. Watch social media for, I'll schedule a webinar in June for going over Copaiba versus CBD and sharing with you what I have learned and my personal experiences and the experiences of other people that I am connected with, to help you be just a little bit more educated about the Copaiba and CBD issue. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great one. Bye-bye.